Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for coming here today. My name is Jared Harmon. I'm the Director of Business Development here at the Langley Event Center. And on behalf of the facility, I'd like to welcome you all to the 2014 Minto Cup Media Conference and the championship, which starts here at the LEC tomorrow night. I'd especially like to welcome and thank the BC Junior A Lacrosse League with Bev Mosdell, Chris Fox, and Ken Wood, the Ontario Junior A Lacrosse Association, the Canadian Lacrosse Association, and special thanks to Jeff Gumbar, Dave Showers, and Rochelle Winterton with the BC Lacrosse Association and Sohan Gill for their help here today. I'd like to wish both the Coquitlam Adanacs and the Six Nations Arrows the best of luck in this event, and we look forward to hosting an exciting event over the next 10 days. Now to take care of the rest of today's agenda, from the BC Lacrosse Association, Jeff Gumbar.
How's that, Jared? A little better? Thanks a lot. Honored guests, BC Junior A Lacrosse League champions, Coquitlam Adanacs, Ontario Junior A champs, Six Nation Arrows, media, welcome to the Langley Event Center in the beautiful township of Langley, BC, for the 72nd Minto Cup Junior A Box Lacrosse Championships and today's media conference. My name is Jeff Gombar. I'm the Marketing Director of the BC Lacrosse Association. I'm your MC for the day. At this point, I'd like to ask you to put your phones on and the electronic devices on quiet mode as we're webcasting today's media conference. When asked to speak at today's event, it was easy for me to say yes and jump on board. As an ex-junior Adanac in the mid-'80s, it was fantastic to see the Adanacs get back into this championship. I've experienced all what you've experienced to get here, and it's not an easy road to win it, so good luck with that. It's a pleasure for me to give back and to be here, so thanks for the opportunity, and we're looking forward to an incredible series. For our Eastern friends, welcome. We understand you may not know much about the area or the township of Langley, so here's some quick facts to help you around. The population of the township is 105,000 approximately. It's located about 50 kilometers east of downtown Vancouver. There are 2 golf courses really close to your hotel. Tons of entertainment. There's a place called the Hard Rock just across the bridge, about 10 minutes away in Coquitlam. And there's a bunch of restaurants and eateries that are open really late at night, so enjoy your stay. There's some interesting firsts with this Minto Cup. This is the first time the Minto Cup Series has ever been played on the south side of the Fraser River. It's the first Minto Cup in 12 years, to go back to the 7-game series. The last one being in 2002 when Burnaby beat St. Catharines 4-2. And the first time the Minto Cup will be played on turf in BC. A few other interesting stats of note. Since 1937, when the Minto Cup was originally placed in junior competitions, only 6 teams representing BC cities have ever won the Minto Cup versus 12 Ontario cities. There have only been 6 best-of-7 series that have gone all 7 games. Ontario teams have won 51 total Minto Cups to BC's 20. Six Nations has won 2 Minto Cup titles, Coquitlam's 1. The Adanacs won their first title in 2010. Six Nations won the Minto Cup in 2007, and a most memorable one, the first one in 1992, against these same Coquitlam Adanacs. I was fortunate to be at almost every one of those games. Coquitlam Arena filled every single night. If you weren't there by 4:30 getting your tickets at the door, you weren't getting in. Vivid memories of Adanac stars like Chris Gill, Scott Wortley, who's here with us today, Derek Malowski, Craig Wingrove, and Six Nation stars like Cam Bomberry, Dallas Squires, Miles General. I felt arguably one of the most intense 7-game series. The drums were loud, the crowd was crazy. It was definitely one for the records, and we hope this one will be the same. The road to the Minto does end here in BC for one of these teams. Each team had different roads to the Minto. Six Nations finished first place with a regular season record of 16-4 and a number 3 national ranking. The Arrows lost only 2 playoff games. They swept St. Catharines 3-0, defeated Peterborough in 4-2, and in the finals swept Whitby Warriors 4 games straight. The Adanacs finished in second place, 17-3-1. and a number 2 national ranking. This marked the first time in 7 seasons Coquitlam didn't finish in first place. Coquitlam swept Victoria 3-0 and were taken to the brink against a tough New West Salmon Valley team in 7 games. In the Western Final Series, the Adenacks defeated a tough Calgary Mountaineers team 14-7, 13-6, dropped Game 3 9-8, and rebounded 7-6 in Game 4 to win the best-of-5 series 3-1. We're looking forward to seeing some of the top young lacrosse players in this series vie for the 2014 Minto Cup. There's tons of talent here, with numerous players that will be playing, are playing, and will be playing in the NCAA internationally. One player here has got a world championship title with Team Canada, and a host of athletes one day will be playing in the National Lacrosse League. Schedule starts tomorrow, Game 1, 8 o'clock, right here at the Langley Event Center. Tickets are available at the LEC ticket office at Gate 1, online at ticketmaster.ca, or at the door, $15 for adults, $10 for students and seniors, $5 for youth, ages 6 to 12, and children 6 and under are free. So right now I'd like to introduce some of our special guests here today. We have some dignitaries here that I'd like to introduce. We'll have them come up and speak in order. The Mayor of the Township of Langley, the Honorable Jack Froese, and the Mayor of the City of Coquitlam, Honorable Richard Stewart. So if we can have Mayor Froese, please come up and say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome here to the beautiful Township of Langley, and especially a welcome to His Worship Mayor Richard Stewart from the City of Coquitlam. It is my pleasure on behalf of the Township of Langley Council and residents to welcome you here to the 2014 Minto Cup. The Township of Langley is a lacrosse team. As many of you know, we're home to the Vancouver Stealth and very proud of their achievements and the great excitement and entertainment value that they bring to our township. A lot of people who live in the area have developed a passion for playing and watching this exciting sport, and we're really pleased to be hosting an event of this caliber here. Over the next few days, East will meet West. More specifically, BC will battle Ontario as the best junior lacrosse players in Canada throw it down in a show of skill, determination, and teamwork. These types of showdowns always create a lot of excitement. And no doubt the fans will be making a lot of noise here in the Langley Event Center as they show their support for the Coquitlam Adenacks and the Six Nations Arrows. And I see there's many players here from both teams, and welcome to Township of Langley. I know we will put out the red carpet for all of you. The Langley Event Center is a great facility. I'm very proud of this facility. It's been host to many, many exciting games and a variety of different sports. But this is the perfect venue for such an event as the Minto Cup. And I'm sure both the players and those in the stands will have a thrilling experience. So with that, I'd like to wish all of the players best of luck and thank everyone involved for bringing the Canadian Junior A Lacrosse Championships to our community. We look forward to seeing a very intense competition, and best of luck to everyone. Thank you.
And Mayor Stewart from the City of Coquitlam.
Thank you very much. It's truly an honor on behalf of the citizens of Coquitlam to welcome our competitors from Ontario, and in fact to be part of this event to launch what I think will be a truly exciting series. The Langley Event Center is truly spectacular, and I want to thank Mayor Froese for the hosting of this spectacular tournament. As I say, the Langley Event Center is probably the nicest facility of its kind in Greater Coquitlam. And we're very proud to have it here, almost within our reach. We don't get across the river very often, but if you do get a chance to get to our side of the river, we'd welcome you with open arms in Coquitlam as well. I don't want to drag this out, but Coquitlam has been a lacrosse town my whole life. I grew up in Coquitlam, and my mother dragged me my first lacrosse game, probably when I was about 6 or 7, and I was an avid fan from that moment onward, and as she was to the day she died. Lacrosse is in the blood of Coquitlam residents, and I know it's in the blood of all of the people in this room. I wish both teams much safety, much success. Well, more success on one side of the room, but we do wish you a great stay and a wonderful competition. All the best.
All right, I'd like to introduce some of the lacrosse dignitaries that are here with us today from the CLA, from Ontario, and our BC reps. From the Canadian Lacrosse Association Minto Cup, the convener, Don Scott. Ontario Junior A League Commissioner, Dean McLeod. BC Junior A Lacrosse League Commissioner, Ken Wood. And BCLA President, Sowen Gill. So I'd like to ask Canadian Lacrosse Association Minto Cup convener, Don Scott, to please come up and say a few words.
I dressed like this today to let Ontario know it does not rain in BC all the time. This rain was brought in especially for you because it's been sunny for 2 months and it'll be sunny for the rest of this week and carry on. But I'd like to welcome you all here on behalf of the CLA to have a hell of a tournament, to really enjoy yourself and be safe and play hard. And thank you very much for allowing me to be the convener for this tournament. Thank you.
And in order, Dean McLeod, Ontario Junior A Commissioner. Then, after he is complete, we'll have Ken Wood, BC Junior A League Commissioner. Dean McLeod.
Thank you very much, Jeff. It is a pleasure. Once again, this is my 33rd time bringing a team to a Minto Cup, either in British Columbia, Alberta, or back in Ontario. And it is my pleasure to accompany the Six Nations Arrows this year. And to both provincial champions, congratulations for getting here. It's a hard road. I know the BC team had a 3-5 series with our friends from Alberta, but we got to the 4-7 series. I think that probably the two best junior age lacrosse players in the world are playing in this tournament. Johnny Paulus, Wes Berg. And Wes, where's Wesley? Congratulations on your world championship. I'm just going to speak on it for a little bit. I think it's apropos. Your head coach, Randy Mearns, I was the general manager of the first U19 field lacrosse team. We went to Adelaide, Australia, played in the World Championships. We won a silver medal. Mearnsy and Cap's the father, Cammy Bomberry were two of my captains. Very interesting. You got to know Mearnsy at the World Championships. He's one hell of an athlete, an excellent coach, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame last year. And Cammy Bomberry was one of our two natives that we had on the team. He was a star in our team. Cammy played in that 92 Minto Cup against the Adnaks. He was the MVP, the McConaughey Trophy winner. And I think Mearnsy, in his 2 Minto Cup championships, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he also was an MVP in that tournament. And it's just great to see that some of Cam's relatives are playing with Six Nations, and that you had the experience to find out about Randy. As I said, he was inducted into the CLA Hall of Fame. I was privileged to sit at his table, and we do have a bio going in for Cam, and Cam will be an inductee down the road very shortly. So to you, Wes, congratulations. It's once in a lifetime. I hope it's a second or third or fourth that you get, but to be a member of that team as a junior lacrosse player, it's a tribute to yourself, and I congratulate you. So from there to close, I just want to thank the BC Junior A League for hosting out here in Langley. I hope the crowds we get out and support the team that they wish. I believe that the First Nations people are going to be strong and numerous here, as they were. It was alluded to back in '92 in Coquitlam. And I remember that absolutely. If you didn't have a ticket by 4:30, you didn't get into the game. So to the two teams, best of luck, and congratulations on getting here. Thank you very much.
I don't know, this is about my third or fourth time I have to follow Dean McLeod. And I swore this time in my competition that I wasn't going to allow him to best me, so I made sure I wrote down a few things, just a short couple of things. Anyways, he always says he's going to be short, and he's never short. I want to thank Mayor Jack Froese and Mayor Richard Stewart, BCL President Sowen Gill, Executive Director Rochelle Winterton, Don Scott, our Minto convener, the CLA, and many other distinguished attendees that are here today. And yes, even you, Dean, welcome. On behalf of the BC Junior Lacrosse League governors, we welcome everyone to BC and to the Langley Event Center. A special welcome to our Eastern guests, the Six Nation Arrows, staff, executive, and players. There's lots of talk. We've already discussed it. The last time the A's and the Arrows went at it in 1992. The excitement, the passion, the unbelievable athletic display fans got to witness in that series. That 1992 series is still talked about by those of us that were lucky enough to witness that. 1992 put on display for all of us lacrosse lovers names that would become fixtures in our sport, from Six Nations, Cam Bomberry, Miles General, Dallas Squire, Randy Renault, and from Coquitlam, Scott Wortley, Craig Wingrove, Derek Molaski, Chris Gill, to many others on both those teams. 2014 will show our new young stars, Six Nations Johnny Powless, the A's Wesley Berg, and all the other guys that are going to be playing on both sides. If we have even half that athletic drama that we saw in 1992, everybody's in for a fantastic ride. I close by thanking the Langley Event Center for being the BC host representative and their administration of the venue for this great national championship. The rest now is up to the great players on both sides of the squads. Good luck, have fun, and I have to say, go BC.
Thanks, Ken. Thanks, Dean. Now let's get on to some introductions with the coaches and the teams. I'd like to mention one thing. One of my memories of that '92 series, and vivid in my mind as an ex-goaltender, was Cam Bomberry winding up from a couple steps from center and nailing the Coquitlam goalie. I think his last name was Cummings, and took his helmet off right before the end of the period. You know, some of you were smiling. I think we remember that, and I think that set the tone early in that 7-game series. But on to the teams. I'd like to now call upon the head coaches of each team: Six Nation head coach Marshall Abrams and Coquitlam Adanac head coach Neil Doddridge, two great former players that I have had the pleasure to play against. It's great to see you both giving back to this great game. Please come up, introduce your team members here today and your staff that are here with us. Say a few words about your teams and what we can expect from your squad competing in this Minto Cup. So to our guests first, Six Nations head coach Marshall Abrams.
Well, Shwakwiki Scano. That's hello to everyone in our language there. And I'm Marshall Abrams, I'm the head coach of the Six Nation Arrows. And I'd just like to thank everyone for having us here to Langley, for putting us up and letting us use this great facility. It's a wonderful facility. We look forward to playing some great games here this coming week. Our team had a you know, in the last few years we've had some ups and downs, and we've worked really hard over the last few years to get here. And we're really happy to be here and represent Six Nations as a community and as a team. And we look forward to a great 7-game series here against a great team from Coquitlam. I'd like to introduce some of our staff we have here. We have our player personnel director, Scott Smith. We have our general manager, Jake Henhock. We have our captain, Johnny Paulus. We have our assistant captain, Winston Green, and our assistant captain, Quinn Paulus here. But we look forward to a great match, and best of luck to both teams.
Good day. It's great seeing all the familiar faces, even familiar faces from back east. As an association club, Coquitlam Annex, we're very proud to be representing BC as provincial champions. I'll just introduce a few of our members. We have our general manager, Tosh Nishihama. He's been with the club for the last 3 years, 3 or 4. Very good GM. We have Les Wingrove, fabric of the Adnex club for many decades. We have Scott Wortley, who was the captain of the 92 Minto Cup team, who was an assistant GM with us. Very glad to have him on board. Garrett Ungaro, our vice president, very solid individual who's been with us for the last 4 years, I believe. Our players, our assistant captain in his last year, Andy Taylor, solid defenseman. Michael Messenger, another captain with us, solid person, solid player. A lot of these players are down in the States. We're fortunate enough to have at least 12 that are down on scholarships, which is makes our association very proud that we're sending kids to the States and continuing their education. Robin Lohenberger, another solid defender, assistant captain, attending UVic, and Wesley Berg, our captain, who, as we all have heard, leader on and off the floor. We're so proud to say that he's a world champion, and we're excited for the series ahead. Want to welcome Six Nations Arrows to BC. I hope you enjoy your stay. I hope that your time here is safe. We're excited you're here. We were expecting you last year. Having played for Six Nations for 3-man cups in the 90s, I know the fabric of your community. I'm excited that you're here to have the opportunity to play us as they speak of the 92 series is very exciting. World-class facility here in Langley, the event center. It's key that we enjoy the game. As you say, we play for the Creator. We're a worthy opponent. I hope we have a long series. As the underdog, we hope that our players step up and play well, and we're excited to play a 7-game series against you. I think it's key that it's a series play again. We're back to series play of 4 to 7. I think that's where you find the true champion in series play, and we're excited to start it tomorrow night. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Marshall. Thank you, Neil. We'll take care of a bit of business here before we close. Players and coaches from both teams will make themselves available now for anyone who would like to interview them and take photos. Don't touch the cup. If you wish, you can, but I suggest not. Please enjoy a snack, something to drink afterwards. Credentials and tournament passes can be picked up at will call tomorrow prior to Game 1. We'd like to thank the Township of Langley, Langley Event Center, and of course Tim Hortons for sponsoring and their contributions towards today. And in closing, on behalf of the BC Lacrosse Association, the BC Junior A Lacrosse League, Langley Event Center, and the Minto Cup Committee, we thank you for attending today. We look forward to seeing you at the 2014 Minto Cup Championships between Coquitlam and Six Nations starting tomorrow, 8 p.m. right here at the LEC. Thank you and have a great day.